Imagine you're 65, and just last week, carrying groceries from your car to your kitchen left you breathless and shaky. The jar of pickles that you used to open without a second thought now requires a struggle, maybe even asking for help. Your legs feel unsteady when you stand up from your favorite chair, and climbing stairs has become a mountain to conquer rather than a simple daily task. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. Millions of seniors worldwide are experiencing sarcopenia, the gradual loss of muscle mass and strength that affects up to 50% of adults over 80. But here's the incredible news that will change everything you thought you knew about aging and muscle loss. The right foods can actually reverse this process, rebuild your strength, and give you back the vitality you thought was gone forever. Today, I'm going to share with you 7 scientifically proven foods that act like natural medicine for your muscles. These aren't expensive supplements or complicated meal plans. These are everyday foods that you can find at any grocery store, and they have the power to transform your body from the inside out. Sarcopenia isn't just a fancy medical term. It's a condition that's quietly stealing the strength and independence from millions of seniors every single day. Starting around age 30, we begin losing muscle mass at a rate of 3 to 8% per decade. But after age 60, this process accelerates dramatically. Think of your muscles like a savings account. Throughout your younger years, you're making regular deposits through activity, proper nutrition, and natural growth hormones. But as you age, if you're not actively making those deposits, your account starts getting depleted faster than you can imagine. The consequences go far beyond just feeling weak. Sarcopenia increases your risk of falls by up to 60%. It makes you 3 times more likely to experience bone fractures. It can lead to a loss of independence, requiring assistance with basic daily activities like bathing, dressing, or even eating. The emotional toll is just as devastating as the physical one. The 7 foods I'm about to reveal aren't just nutritious. They're specifically chosen for their unique ability to signal your body to build muscle, improve protein synthesis, and restore the strength you thought was gone forever. Each one has been studied extensively, and the results are nothing short of remarkable. Before we begin, consider subscribing to the channel and ring the notification bell. Now let's dive in. Number 1. Greek yogurt. Let's start with the first muscle-building champion, Greek yogurt. Now I know what you might be thinking. Yogurt? Really? But stay with me because Greek yogurt is about to become your new best friend in the fight against sarcopenia. Greek yogurt contains something that regular yogurt simply can't match. It's packed with leucine, an amino acid that acts like a trigger for muscle protein synthesis. Think of leucine as the key that unlocks your body's ability to build new muscle tissue. Without adequate leucine, your body simply can't repair and rebuild muscle effectively, no matter how much protein you consume. A single cup of Greek yogurt contains approximately 20 grams of high-quality protein and nearly 2.5 grams of leucine. To put this in perspective, most nutrition experts recommend getting at least 2.5 grams of leucine per meal to stimulate muscle protein synthesis. One serving of Greek yogurt gets you there immediately. But here's where Greek yogurt really shines. The protein in Greek yogurt is what scientists call a complete protein, meaning it contains all 9 essential amino acids your body needs but cannot produce on its own. This is crucial for seniors because as we age, our bodies become less efficient at utilizing incomplete proteins. The probiotics in Greek yogurt add another layer of benefit that most people overlook. These beneficial bacteria improve gut health, which directly impacts nutrient absorption. If your gut isn't healthy, you're not getting the full benefit of the nutrients you consume. This becomes increasingly important as we age because gut health naturally declines, making it harder to absorb the nutrients we need for muscle maintenance. Now let's talk about practical applications. The timing of when you eat Greek yogurt can significantly impact its muscle-building benefits. Research shows that consuming protein within 30 minutes after any form of physical activity, even light exercise like gardening or walking, maximizes muscle protein synthesis. Greek yogurt's portability makes it perfect for this post-activity window. Here's a simple but powerful strategy that I recommend to all my clients over 60. Start your day with a Greek yogurt parfait. Layer 1 cup of plain Greek yogurt with a handful of berries and a tablespoon of chopped nuts. This combination gives you not just the leucine and protein from the yogurt, but also antioxidants from the berries that reduce inflammation and healthy fats from the nuts that support hormone production. The berries aren't just for flavor. They contain compounds called anthocyanins that have been shown to improve muscle recovery and reduce exercise-induced inflammation. This means your muscles can repair and grow more effectively. The nuts add healthy monounsaturated fats that support the production of anabolic hormones like testosterone and growth hormone, both of which decline with age but are crucial for maintaining muscle mass. But here's a mistake that many seniors make when incorporating Greek yogurt into their diet. They choose the flavored varieties that are loaded with sugar. Those flavored yogurts can contain up to 20 grams of added sugar per serving, which not only adds unnecessary calories, but can actually interfere with protein synthesis and promote inflammation. Always choose plain Greek yogurt and add your own natural sweeteners like fresh fruit, a drizzle of honey, or a sprinkle of cinnamon. This way, you control the sugar content while maximizing the muscle-building benefits. Another common mistake is eating Greek yogurt only as a snack. While it makes an excellent snack, Greek yogurt can be incorporated into meals in ways that dramatically increase your protein intake without feeling like you're forcing yourself to eat more. You can use it as a base for smoothies, as a substitute for sour cream in recipes, or even as a marinade for chicken or fish. The marinade application is particularly clever. The lactic acid in Greek yogurt acts as a natural meat tenderizer, while adding extra protein to your meal. A chicken breast marinated in Greek yogurt with herbs and spices not only tastes incredible, but provides a protein powerhouse that can deliver up to 40 grams of high-quality protein in a single serving. For those who are lactose intolerant, don't give up on Greek yogurt just yet. The straining process that creates Greek yogurt removes much of the lactose, making it tolerable for many people who can't handle regular dairy products. Additionally, the probiotics in Greek yogurt can actually help improve lactose digestion over time. If dairy is completely off the table for you, look for plant-based Greek-style yogurts made from almonds, coconuts, or peas. While they don't contain quite the same leucine content as dairy-based Greek yogurt, many are fortified with additional protein and can still contribute significantly to your daily protein goals. Here's something that might surprise you. The temperature at which you consume Greek yogurt can affect its benefits. Room temperature or slightly chilled Greek yogurt is easier for your digestive system to process than ice-cold yogurt straight from the refrigerator. This might seem like a minor detail, but for seniors who often deal with digestive sensitivities, it can make a significant difference in comfort and nutrient absorption. Let's address the elephant in the room: cost. Yes, Greek yogurt typically costs more than regular yogurt. But when you consider that you're getting double the protein content and significantly more muscle-building nutrients, the cost per gram of protein is actually quite reasonable. Plus, the satiety factor means you'll feel fuller longer, potentially reducing your overall food costs by decreasing snacking and portion sizes at other meals. For budget-conscious seniors, buying larger containers of plain Greek yogurt and portioning them out yourself is much more economical than buying individual serving cups. You can also look for sales and stock up, as Greek yogurt has a relatively long shelf life. A study found that older adults who consumed Greek yogurt as part of a resistance training program gained more muscle mass and lost more body fat than those who did resistance training alone. This suggests that Greek yogurt doesn't just prevent muscle loss, it actively promotes muscle growth when combined with appropriate physical activity. The convenience factor of Greek yogurt cannot be overstated. It requires no preparation, no cooking, and no special storage beyond standard refrigeration. For seniors who may have limited energy or mobility, this ease of use makes it an ideal protein source. You can eat it straight from the container, mix it into other foods, or use it as an ingredient in countless recipes. Here's a pro tip for maximizing Greek yogurt's muscle-building potential. Combine it with a small amount of carbohydrates, like fruit or a small handful of granola. The carbohydrates trigger insulin release, which helps shuttle the amino acids from the yogurt into your muscle cells more efficiently. This is why the parfait combination I mentioned earlier isn't just delicious, it's scientifically optimized for muscle building. If you're dealing with sarcopenia or are concerned about muscle loss, I recommend consuming Greek yogurt at least once daily, and ideally as part of 2 meals or snacks. The goal is to provide your muscles with a steady supply of high-quality protein and leucine throughout the day, rather than trying to get all your protein in just 1 or 2 large meals. Remember, consistency is key. The benefits of Greek yogurt for muscle health aren't something you'll see overnight, but stick with it for 4 to 6 weeks, and you'll likely notice improvements in energy levels, strength, and overall physical function. Your muscles are constantly breaking down and rebuilding, and Greek yogurt provides the raw materials they need to rebuild stronger than before. Number 2, salmon. Now let's dive into our second muscle-building superstar, salmon. If Greek yogurt is the foundation of muscle protein synthesis, then salmon is the master architect that designs and builds the structure. Salmon brings a unique combination of benefits that make it absolutely essential for seniors fighting sarcopenia. First, let's talk about protein quality. A 6-ounce serving of salmon provides approximately 40 grams of complete high-quality protein. But what makes salmon protein special isn't just the quantity, it's the biological value. Salmon protein has one of the highest biological values of any food, meaning your body can use nearly 100% of the protein it provides. This is crucial for seniors because protein utilization naturally declines with age. The real magic in salmon, however, comes from its omega-3 fatty acid content, specifically EPA and DHA. These aren't just heart-healthy fats, they're muscle-building and muscle-preserving powerhouses that most people completely overlook. EPA, or eicosapentaenoic acid, has been shown to directly stimulate muscle protein synthesis and reduce muscle protein breakdown. It's like having a personal trainer working inside your muscle cells. Here's something that will blow your mind. The inflammation that contributes to sarcopenia isn't just from injury or infection. It's a constant low-level inflammatory state that develops as we age, called inflammaging. This chronic inflammation interferes with muscle protein synthesis and accelerates muscle breakdown. The omega-3 fatty acids in salmon directly combat this inflammaging, creating an environment where your muscles can thrive rather than merely survive. But salmon offers even more than protein and omega-3s. It's one of the few natural food sources of vitamin D, a nutrient that's absolutely critical for muscle function and strength. Vitamin D deficiency is epidemic among seniors, affecting up to 80% of adults over 65. This deficiency directly contributes to muscle weakness, increased fall risk, and accelerated muscle loss. A 6-ounce serving of salmon provides approximately 700 IU of vitamin D, which is significant considering that most nutrition experts recommend 1,000 to 2,000 IU daily for seniors. The vitamin D in salmon works synergistically with the protein to optimize muscle function. Vitamin D receptors are found throughout muscle tissue, and adequate vitamin D is essential for proper muscle contraction and strength. Salmon also contains significant amounts of selenium, a trace mineral that acts as a powerful antioxidant and supports muscle recovery. Selenium deficiency, while less common than vitamin D deficiency, can contribute to muscle weakness and increased oxidative stress in muscle tissue. The selenium in salmon helps protect your muscles from the damage caused by free radicals, especially during and after physical activity. Now let's talk about the different types of salmon and how to choose the best options for muscle building. Wild-caught salmon generally has a superior nutrient profile compared to farmed salmon, with higher omega-3 content and lower levels of potential contaminants. However, farmed salmon is still an excellent choice and is typically more affordable and readily available. The key is consistency rather than perfection. Eating farmed salmon twice a week is infinitely better for your muscle health than eating wild-caught salmon once a month. The goal is to make salmon a regular part of your diet, not an occasional luxury. Here's a practical tip that can make a huge difference in both cost and convenience. Canned salmon is every bit as nutritious as fresh salmon, and in some cases, it's even more convenient for seniors. Canned salmon with bones is particularly valuable because the soft bones provide calcium, which works with vitamin D to support both bone and muscle health. You can use canned salmon to make salmon salad, add it to pasta dishes, or mix it with Greek yogurt for a protein-packed dip. This combination of salmon and Greek yogurt creates a synergistic effect, providing both the leucine from the yogurt and the omega-3s from the salmon in one convenient package. The timing of salmon consumption can also impact its muscle-building benefits. Research suggests that consuming omega-3 rich foods like salmon in the evening may enhance their anti-inflammatory effects. This is because the body's natural inflammatory processes tend to peak during nighttime hours. Having salmon for dinner provides omega-3s when your body needs them most to combat inflammation and support muscle recovery. But here's a mistake that many seniors make when preparing salmon: they overcook it. Overcooked salmon not only tastes dry and unpleasant, but high heat can actually damage some of the delicate omega-3 fatty acids. The goal is to cook salmon until it's just opaque and flakes easily, which typically takes 12 to 15 minutes in a 400-degree oven for a 6-ounce fillet. A simple and foolproof method for cooking salmon is to wrap it in parchment paper with some lemon, herbs, and a drizzle of olive oil. This technique, called en papillote, steams the salmon gently while preserving all its nutrients. Plus, the cleanup is minimal, which is always appreciated. For seniors who are concerned about mercury or other contaminants in fish, salmon is actually one of the safest choices. It's lower in mercury than larger fish like tuna or swordfish, and the benefits of omega-3 consumption far outweigh any potential risks from trace contaminants. If fresh or frozen salmon isn't accessible or affordable, fish oil supplements can provide some of the omega-3 benefits. However, whole salmon provides not just omega-3s, but also high-quality protein, vitamin D, selenium, and other nutrients that work together synergistically. Supplements simply can't replicate this complete nutritional package. Here's an interesting fact that might change how you think about salmon. The pink color of salmon comes from a compound called astaxanthin, which is one of nature's most powerful antioxidants. Astaxanthin has been shown to reduce exercise-induced muscle damage and improve muscle recovery. This means that the very thing that makes salmon visually appealing is also contributing to its muscle-building benefits. For vegetarians or those who don't eat fish, getting the same benefits as salmon is challenging but not impossible. Algae-based omega-3 supplements can provide EPA and DHA, and plant-based proteins like quinoa or hemp seeds can contribute to overall protein intake. However, you'll need to be more strategic about combining different foods to replicate salmon's complete nutritional profile. A study demonstrated that combining salmon consumption with light-resistance exercise produced greater improvements in muscle mass than exercise alone. This suggests that salmon doesn't just prevent muscle loss. It actively supports muscle growth when combined with appropriate physical activity. For maximum muscle-building benefits, aim to include salmon in your diet at least twice per week. A 6-ounce serving provides an excellent dose of protein, omega-3s, and other muscle-supporting nutrients. If you're new to eating fish, start with milder preparations and gradually work up to more flavorful options. Remember, the goal isn't to completely overhaul your diet overnight. It's to gradually incorporate these muscle-building foods into your existing eating patterns. Salmon can replace less nutritious protein sources like processed meats or be added to salads, pasta dishes, or enjoyed as a main course. The investment you make in including salmon in your regular diet will pay dividends in strength, mobility, and independence. Your muscles need the right fuel to maintain and build strength, and salmon provides that fuel in one of nature's most complete packages. Number 3, eggs. Our third muscle-building powerhouse might surprise you with its simplicity, but eggs are truly one of nature's most perfect foods for combating sarcopenia and rebuilding muscle strength. The humble egg has been nourishing humans for thousands of years, but only recently have we begun to understand just how powerful eggs are for muscle health in seniors. Let's start with the protein story, because when it comes to protein quality, eggs set the gold standard. The protein in eggs has a biological value of 100, which means your body can use virtually every gram of protein that eggs provide. This is the benchmark against which all other proteins are measured, and nothing scores higher than eggs. A single large egg contains approximately 6 grams of high-quality protein, but here's what makes this protein so special for seniors fighting muscle loss. Egg protein contains the ideal ratio of all 9 essential amino acids, with particularly high levels of leucine, the amino acid that triggers muscle protein synthesis. 2 large eggs provide about 1.6 grams of leucine, which is a significant contribution toward the 2.5 grams needed per meal to stimulate muscle building. But eggs offer something that most other protein sources don't provide in such abundance. They contain the complete spectrum of B vitamins, which are absolutely essential for muscle function and energy production. Vitamin B12, found almost exclusively in animal products, is crucial for nerve function and muscle coordination. B12 deficiency is common in seniors and can contribute to muscle weakness and coordination problems that are often mistaken for normal aging. The vitamin B6 in eggs is equally important for muscle health. B6 is required for amino acid metabolism, meaning that without adequate B6, your body can't effectively use the protein you consume to build muscle. It's like having all the building materials for a house but no workers to put them together. Eggs are also one of the richest dietary sources of choline, a nutrient that most people have never heard of, but that's absolutely critical for muscle function. Choline is necessary for the production of acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter that signals muscles to contract. Without adequate choline, the communication between your nervous system and your muscles becomes impaired, leading to weakness and poor coordination. Now let's talk about something that might change everything you thought you knew about eggs and cholesterol. For decades, eggs were demonized because of their cholesterol content, but recent research has completely overturned this outdated thinking. The cholesterol in eggs has minimal impact on blood cholesterol levels for most people, and cholesterol is actually essential for muscle health. Cholesterol is a precursor to testosterone and other anabolic hormones that are crucial for maintaining muscle mass. As we age, our production of these hormones naturally declines, contributing to muscle loss. The cholesterol in eggs provides the raw materials your body needs to produce these muscle-building hormones. A study found that adults who consumed eggs regularly had higher levels of testosterone and better muscle mass, compared to those who avoided eggs. The researchers concluded that dietary cholesterol from eggs actually supported healthy hormone production rather than hindering it. But here's where eggs become truly remarkable for seniors. They're incredibly versatile, affordable, and easy to prepare. For seniors dealing with limited mobility, reduced energy, or budget constraints, eggs provide maximum nutritional bang for the buck with minimum preparation requirements. The convenience factor cannot be overstated. Hard-boiled eggs can be prepared in advance and stored in the refrigerator for quick, protein-rich snacks or meal additions. Scrambled eggs take less than 5 minutes to prepare and can be customized with vegetables, cheese, or herbs for variety. Even seniors with limited cooking skills can successfully prepare eggs. Let's address the elephant in the room: egg yolks. Many seniors still believe they should eat only egg whites to avoid cholesterol and calories, but this is one of the biggest nutritional mistakes you can make. The yolk contains most of the egg's vitamins, minerals, and beneficial compounds. Egg whites are primarily protein and water, while the yolk contains the vitamin D, vitamin B12, choline, selenium, and healthy fats that make eggs so valuable for muscle health. The lutein and zeaxanthin in egg yolks aren't just good for eye health. They also function as antioxidants that protect muscle tissue from oxidative damage. This protection is particularly important for seniors who may be dealing with increased oxidative stress due to medications, chronic health conditions, or reduced antioxidant production. Here's a practical strategy that can dramatically increase the muscle-building power of eggs. Combine them with other muscle-building foods we've already discussed. An omelet made with 2 whole eggs and a dollop of Greek yogurt creates a protein powerhouse with over 20 grams of high-quality protein and a complete amino acid profile that's ideal for muscle synthesis. The timing of egg consumption can also impact their muscle-building benefits. Research suggests that consuming protein-rich foods like eggs within 2 hours of waking up helps set a positive tone for muscle protein synthesis throughout the day. Your body has been fasting overnight, and providing high-quality protein early helps shift your metabolism into muscle-building mode. For seniors who have difficulty eating large meals, eggs provide a compact source of nutrition that's easy to digest. The protein in eggs is more easily digested than many other protein sources, making it ideal for seniors with sensitive digestive systems or reduced stomach acid production. But let's talk about preparation methods that maximize the muscle-building benefits of eggs. While any method of preparing eggs provides nutritional benefits, some methods are superior for seniors. Poached or soft-boiled eggs preserve more of the heat-sensitive nutrients compared to high-heat methods like frying at high temperatures. However, don't let perfect be the enemy of good. Scrambled eggs, fried eggs, or any other preparation method you enjoy is better than avoiding eggs altogether. The key is consistency, not perfection. For seniors concerned about food safety, proper egg handling and storage are important. Store eggs in the refrigerator at 40 degrees Fahrenheit or below and use them within 3 to 5 weeks of purchase. Cook eggs until both the white and yolk are firm to eliminate any risk of foodborne illness. If you're dealing with swallowing difficulties or texture issues, eggs can be prepared in forms that are easier to manage. Custards, egg salads, or eggs mixed into soups or casseroles can provide the same nutritional benefits in more manageable textures. The affordability of eggs makes them accessible to seniors on fixed incomes. Even organic, free-range eggs typically cost less per gram of protein than most other high-quality protein sources. When you consider the complete nutritional package that eggs provide, they represent one of the best nutritional values available. For maximum muscle-building benefits, aim to include eggs in your diet at least 4 to 5 times per week. 2 whole eggs provide approximately 12 grams of high-quality protein, along with all the vitamins, minerals, and beneficial compounds that support muscle health. Don't fall into the trap of thinking that more expensive or exotic foods are automatically better. Sometimes the most powerful solutions are hiding in plain sight, right in your refrigerator. Eggs represent thousands of years of nutritional wisdom wrapped up in a convenient, affordable, and delicious package that's perfectly designed to support muscle health in seniors. Remember, building and maintaining muscle is a long-term project that requires consistent nutrition over time. Eggs provide the foundation for that consistency, offering reliable, high-quality nutrition that your muscles can depend on day after day. Number 4, quinoa. Our 4th muscle-building champion might come as a surprise to those who think plant foods can't compete with animal proteins for muscle-building power. Quinoa, pronounced quinoa, is a nutritional powerhouse that's perfectly suited for seniors looking to build and maintain muscle mass, regardless of whether they eat meat or follow a plant-based diet. First, let's address the protein question head-on. Quinoa is one of the very few plant foods that provides a complete protein, containing all 9 essential amino acids in optimal ratios. This is extraordinary because most plant proteins are incomplete, missing 1 or more essential amino acids. A cup of cooked quinoa provides approximately 8 grams of complete protein, but the quality of this protein is what makes quinoa truly special. The protein digestibility score of quinoa rivals that of milk and eggs, meaning your body can efficiently use nearly all the protein that quinoa provides. This is crucial for seniors because protein digestibility naturally declines with age, making it even more important to choose high-quality protein sources that your body can readily utilize. But quinoa brings much more to the muscle-building table than just protein. It's packed with complex carbohydrates that provide sustained energy for physical activity and muscle recovery. Unlike simple carbohydrates that cause rapid spikes and crashes in blood sugar, the complex carbs in quinoa provide steady, sustained energy that supports both physical activity and the energy-intensive process of muscle protein synthesis. Here's something that most people don't know about quinoa and muscle health. It contains significant amounts of magnesium, a mineral that's absolutely essential for muscle function and often deficient in seniors. Magnesium is involved in over 300 enzymatic reactions in the body, including those responsible for muscle contraction, relaxation, and protein synthesis. A cup of cooked quinoa provides about 120 milligrams of magnesium, which is approximately 30% of the daily requirement for adults. Magnesium deficiency can cause muscle weakness, cramps, and impaired recovery from physical activity. Many seniors are unknowingly deficient in magnesium, and this deficiency can significantly impact their ability to build and maintain muscle mass. Quinoa is also rich in iron, providing about 15% of the daily iron needs in a single cup. Iron is essential for oxygen transport to muscles during physical activity and for the cellular processes involved in muscle growth and repair. Iron deficiency anemia is common in seniors and can cause fatigue, weakness, and reduced exercise capacity, all of which interfere with muscle-building efforts. The manganese content in quinoa is particularly noteworthy for muscle health. Manganese is essential for the formation of connective tissue and bone, and it acts as a cofactor for enzymes involved in amino acid metabolism. This means that manganese helps your body effectively use the protein you consume to build muscle tissue. But here's where quinoa becomes truly remarkable for seniors dealing with sarcopenia. It contains unique compounds called saponins, which have anti-inflammatory properties. Chronic inflammation is one of the primary drivers of muscle loss in aging, and the anti-inflammatory compounds in quinoa help create an environment where muscles can thrive rather than merely survive. The fiber content in quinoa provides additional benefits for seniors that indirectly support muscle health. A cup of cooked quinoa contains about 5 grams of fiber, which supports healthy digestion and nutrient absorption. If your digestive system isn't functioning optimally, you won't get the full benefit of the nutrients you consume, regardless of how healthy your diet is. Fiber also helps regulate blood sugar levels, preventing the dramatic spikes and crashes that can interfere with energy levels and exercise performance. Stable blood sugar is particularly important for seniors, as blood sugar regulation often becomes less efficient with age. Now let's talk about practical preparation, because many seniors are intimidated by quinoa, thinking it's complicated to prepare or unfamiliar to incorporate into meals. The truth is, quinoa is actually easier to prepare than rice and incredibly versatile once you know the basics. The key to perfectly cooked quinoa is the liquid to quinoa ratio and proper rinsing. Use a 2-to-1 ratio of liquid to quinoa, and always rinse quinoa thoroughly before cooking to remove the natural saponins that can give it a bitter taste. Bring the liquid to a boil, add the quinoa, reduce heat to low, cover, and simmer for about 15 minutes until the liquid is absorbed. Here's a pro tip that makes quinoa even more nutritious and digestible. Cook it in bone broth instead of water. This adds additional protein and minerals while creating a richer, more satisfying flavor. The amino acids in the bone broth complement the amino acids in quinoa, creating an even more complete protein profile. Quinoa can be used in place of rice, pasta, or other grains in virtually any recipe. It works beautifully in salads, soups, casseroles, and even breakfast bowls. For seniors looking to increase their protein intake throughout the day, quinoa provides a plant-based option that doesn't require the digestive effort of large amounts of meat or dairy. One of the most senior-friendly ways to enjoy quinoa is in a breakfast porridge. Cook quinoa in milk or a milk alternative with a touch of honey, cinnamon, and fruit for a protein-rich start to the day. This provides sustained energy and helps ensure adequate protein intake from the first meal. For those dealing with chewing difficulties, quinoa's small size and tender texture when cooked make it much easier to manage than many other whole grains. It can be incorporated into soft foods like casseroles or blended into smoothies for additional protein and nutrients. The versatility of quinoa extends to its storage life. Dry quinoa can be stored for years in a cool, dry place, making it an excellent pantry staple for seniors who may not shop frequently. Cooked quinoa keeps in the refrigerator for up to a week and can be prepared in large batches for convenient meal prep. Here's something that makes quinoa particularly valuable for seniors on fixed incomes. While it may seem more expensive than rice or other grains on a per-pound basis, quinoa's superior nutrition profile makes it an excellent value. The complete protein, minerals, and vitamins in quinoa can replace or reduce the need for more expensive protein sources and supplements. For seniors following plant-based diets, quinoa becomes even more crucial. It provides the complete protein that can be challenging to obtain from plant sources alone, while also delivering the carbohydrates needed to fuel physical activity and recovery. But even seniors who eat meat can benefit tremendously from incorporating quinoa into their diets. It provides variety in protein sources, adds valuable minerals and fiber, and offers anti-inflammatory compounds that support overall health and muscle function. The preparation possibilities with quinoa are endless. You can make quinoa salad with vegetables and herbs, quinoa stuffed peppers, quinoa soup, or even quinoa burgers. Each preparation method maintains the muscle-building benefits while providing variety to prevent meal boredom. For maximum muscle-building benefits, aim to include quinoa in your diet 3 to 4 times per week. A serving of 1 cup cooked quinoa provides substantial protein, along with the minerals and complex carbohydrates that support muscle health and energy production. Remember, building muscle isn't just about protein quantity. It's about protein quality and the supporting nutrients that help your body use that protein effectively. Quinoa provides this complete nutritional package in a plant-based form that's accessible, affordable, and delicious. Before we continue with our remaining muscle-building foods, I want to take a moment to check in with you. We've covered 4 incredible foods so far: Greek yogurt, salmon, eggs, and quinoa, each bringing unique benefits to your muscle-building arsenal. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Which of these first 4 foods are you most excited to try? Or maybe you're already eating one of them and want to share your experience. Your insights could help and inspire other viewers who are on the same journey. Now let's continue with our final 3 muscle-building powerhouses that could transform your strength and vitality. Number 5, sweet potatoes. Our 5th muscle-building champion might surprise you because it's not a protein source at all. Yet sweet potatoes play a crucial role in building and maintaining muscle mass in seniors. Understanding how sweet potatoes support muscle health requires thinking beyond just protein and considering the complete picture of what muscles need to grow and thrive. Sweet potatoes are nutritional powerhouses packed with complex carbohydrates that serve as the primary fuel source for muscle-building activities and recovery. When we talk about building muscle, we often focus exclusively on protein, but without adequate carbohydrates, your body cannot effectively use that protein for muscle synthesis. Here's how it works. When you consume protein, your body must decide whether to use that protein for muscle building or for energy. If you haven't consumed adequate carbohydrates, your body will convert protein into glucose for energy rather than using it to build muscle. This is called gluconeogenesis, and it's essentially wasting your muscle-building protein for fuel instead of construction. A medium sweet potato provides approximately 25 grams of complex carbohydrates that digest slowly and provide sustained energy for hours. This steady energy release prevents the protein-sparing effect that occurs when your body is starved for carbohydrates, ensuring that the protein you consume can be used for its intended purpose of building and repairing muscle tissue. But sweet potatoes offer far more than just carbohydrates. They're one of the richest dietary sources of beta-carotene, which your body converts to vitamin A. Vitamin A is essential for protein synthesis and cellular repair, both of which are crucial for muscle growth and maintenance. A single medium sweet potato provides over 400% of the daily vitamin A requirement. The potassium content in sweet potatoes is particularly important for muscle function and recovery. A medium sweet potato contains about 540 milligrams of potassium, which is essential for proper muscle contraction and nerve function. Potassium also helps regulate fluid balance in muscle cells, preventing the cramping and weakness that can occur with deficiency. Many seniors are unknowingly deficient in potassium, especially if they're taking certain medications like diuretics for blood pressure control. This deficiency can contribute to muscle weakness, fatigue, and poor exercise tolerance. Sweet potatoes provide a natural, food-based source of potassium that's much safer and more effective than supplements. Sweet potatoes are also rich in vitamin C, providing about 35% of daily needs in a medium potato. Vitamin C is essential for collagen synthesis, and collagen is a crucial component of muscle tissue, tendons, and ligaments. As we age, collagen production naturally declines, contributing to muscle weakness and increased injury risk. The vitamin C in sweet potatoes helps support continued collagen production. The manganese in sweet potatoes deserves special attention for muscle health. Manganese is a cofactor for enzymes involved in amino acid metabolism, meaning it helps your body effectively use the protein you consume for muscle building. It's also involved in the formation of connective tissue that supports and connects muscle fibers. Here's something that makes sweet potatoes particularly valuable for seniors dealing with inflammation-related muscle loss. Sweet potatoes contain unique anthocyanin compounds, especially in purple varieties, that have powerful anti-inflammatory effects. These compounds help reduce the chronic low-level inflammation that accelerates muscle breakdown in aging adults. The fiber content in sweet potatoes provides additional benefits that support muscle-building efforts. A medium sweet potato contains about 4 grams of fiber, which supports healthy digestion and nutrient absorption. If your digestive system isn't working optimally, you won't get the full benefit of the muscle-building foods you're consuming. Fiber also helps regulate blood sugar levels, preventing the dramatic spikes and crashes that can interfere with energy levels and exercise performance. For seniors who may be dealing with insulin resistance or diabetes, the fiber in sweet potatoes helps moderate the glycemic response, providing sustained energy without causing problematic blood sugar elevations. Now let's talk about practical preparation methods that maximize the muscle-building benefits of sweet potatoes. The cooking method can significantly impact both the nutrient content and the glycemic response of sweet potatoes. Baking or roasting sweet potatoes preserves more nutrients than boiling, and the dry heat cooking method creates a lower glycemic response compared to moist heat methods. This means baked sweet potatoes provide more sustained energy and are less likely to cause blood sugar spikes. Here's a simple but powerful preparation method that I recommend to all my senior clients. Bake sweet potatoes whole at 400 degrees for 45 to 60 minutes until they're tender. You can bake several at once and store them in the refrigerator for quick, convenient meals throughout the week. The combination of sweet potatoes with protein sources creates an ideal muscle-building meal. Try a baked sweet potato topped with Greek yogurt and chopped nuts, or alongside a piece of salmon or scrambled eggs. This combination provides the carbohydrates needed to fuel muscle-building activities and the protein needed for muscle synthesis. For seniors who have difficulty chewing or swallowing, sweet potatoes can be mashed or pureed while retaining all their nutritional benefits. Mashed sweet potatoes with a bit of milk or Greek yogurt creates a smooth, easy-to-swallow food that's packed with muscle-supporting nutrients. The timing of sweet potato consumption can impact their muscle-building benefits. Consuming sweet potatoes before physical activity provides the energy needed for exercise, while consuming them after activity helps replenish muscle glycogen stores and supports recovery. Research shows that consuming carbohydrates within 30 minutes after exercise enhances muscle protein synthesis when combined with protein. A post-workout snack of sweet potato with Greek yogurt or a hard-boiled egg provides the ideal combination for muscle recovery and growth. Here's something that makes sweet potatoes particularly practical for seniors. They have an extremely long shelf life when stored properly. Whole sweet potatoes can be stored in a cool, dark place for several weeks without refrigeration. This makes them an excellent option for seniors who may not shop frequently or who want to stock up on nutritious foods. The affordability of sweet potatoes makes them accessible to seniors on fixed incomes. They provide exceptional nutritional value for the cost, offering vitamins, minerals, fiber, and energy-dense carbohydrates at a fraction of the cost of many other nutritious foods. Let's address a common concern about sweet potatoes and blood sugar. While sweet potatoes do contain natural sugars, their high fiber content and complex carbohydrate structure result in a moderate glycemic index. This means they raise blood sugar more slowly and to a lesser extent than many other starchy foods. For seniors with diabetes or blood sugar concerns, sweet potatoes can still be part of a healthy, muscle-building diet when consumed in appropriate portions and combined with protein and healthy fats. The key is portion control and pairing them with foods that further moderate blood sugar response. The versatility of sweet potatoes makes them easy to incorporate into any eating pattern. They can be used in both sweet and savory applications, from breakfast hash to dessert puddings. This versatility helps prevent meal boredom while ensuring consistent intake of their muscle-supporting nutrients. Here are some senior-friendly preparation ideas that maximize both convenience and nutrition. Cube sweet potatoes and roast them with olive oil and herbs for a side dish. Make sweet potato soup by pureeing roasted sweet potatoes with broth and spices. Create sweet potato pancakes by combining mashed sweet potatoes with eggs and a bit of flour. For maximum muscle-building benefits, aim to include sweet potatoes in your diet 3 to 4 times per week. A medium sweet potato provides an ideal serving size that delivers substantial nutrients without excessive calories. Remember, muscle building isn't just about protein. Your muscles need energy to function, grow, and recover, and sweet potatoes provide that energy in the most nutritious form possible. They're nature's energy drink, packed with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that support every aspect of muscle health. The investment you make in including sweet potatoes in your regular diet will pay dividends in energy levels, exercise capacity, and muscle-building potential. They're the fuel that powers the muscle-building process, ensuring that all the protein you're consuming can be used effectively for its intended purpose. Number 6. Lean beef. Our 6th muscle-building champion brings us back to one of the most traditional and effective muscle-building foods available, lean beef. While plant-based options are valuable and important, lean beef provides a unique combination of nutrients that are particularly crucial for seniors dealing with sarcopenia and age-related muscle loss. Let's start with the protein story, because beef protein sets a very high standard. A 4-ounce serving of lean beef provides approximately 28 grams of complete, high-quality protein with a biological value that rivals eggs. But what makes beef protein particularly special for muscle building is its exceptionally high leucine content. Leucine, as we've discussed with other foods, is the amino acid that triggers muscle protein synthesis. Beef contains more leucine per serving than almost any other food source. That 4-ounce serving provides nearly 3 grams of leucine, which exceeds the threshold needed to maximally stimulate muscle building in a single meal. But beef brings much more to the muscle-building table than just protein and leucine. It's one of the richest dietary sources of bioavailable iron, providing the heme iron that's most easily absorbed and utilized by your body. Iron is absolutely essential for muscle function, oxygen transport, and energy production. Iron deficiency is surprisingly common in seniors, affecting up to 20% of adults over 65. This deficiency can cause fatigue, weakness, reduced exercise capacity, and impaired muscle function. Many seniors, especially women, have been iron deficient for years without realizing it, attributing their fatigue and weakness to normal aging when it's actually a treatable nutritional deficiency. A 4-ounce serving of lean beef provides about 3.5 milligrams of heme iron, which is approximately 20% of daily needs for seniors. Heme iron from beef is absorbed much more efficiently than non-heme iron from plant sources, making it particularly valuable for seniors who may have compromised digestive function. Beef is also one of the richest dietary sources of zinc, a mineral that's absolutely crucial for muscle protein synthesis and recovery. Zinc is required for the function of over 300 enzymes involved in muscle growth, repair, and maintenance. A 4-ounce serving of lean beef provides about 6 milligrams of zinc, which is approximately 50% of daily needs. Zinc deficiency is common in seniors and can significantly impair muscle-building efforts. Even mild zinc deficiency can reduce muscle protein synthesis by up to 30%, making it much more difficult to build and maintain muscle mass. The zinc in beef is highly bioavailable, meaning your body can readily absorb and use it. Here's something that makes beef particularly valuable for seniors dealing with declining hormone levels. Beef contains significant amounts of saturated fat and cholesterol, which are essential building blocks for testosterone and other anabolic hormones. While excessive saturated fat isn't healthy, moderate amounts are necessary for optimal hormone production. Beef also provides substantial amounts of vitamin B12, a nutrient that's found almost exclusively in animal products and is essential for nerve function, energy production, and muscle coordination. B12 deficiency is epidemic among seniors, affecting up to 40% of adults over 60. This deficiency can cause weakness, fatigue, and coordination problems that are often mistaken for normal aging. The vitamin B6 in beef is equally important for muscle health. B6 is required for amino acid metabolism, meaning that without adequate B6, your body cannot effectively use protein to build muscle. It's also involved in the synthesis of neurotransmitters that control muscle function and coordination. Now let's address the elephant in the room. Many seniors have been told to avoid red meat due to health concerns, but the research shows that lean beef, consumed in moderation as part of a balanced diet, can be part of a healthy eating pattern for most people. The key is choosing lean cuts and preparing them in healthy ways. Cuts like eye of round, top round, bottom round, and sirloin tip are all considered lean, containing less than 10 grams of total fat per 3.5-ounce serving. These cuts provide maximum protein and nutrients with minimal saturated fat. Here's a practical tip that can make beef even healthier for seniors. Marinating beef in acidic marinades containing ingredients like vinegar, lemon juice, or wine can reduce the formation of potentially harmful compounds during cooking. The acids in marinades also help tenderize tougher cuts, making them easier for seniors to chew and digest. Cooking methods matter significantly when it comes to maximizing the health benefits of beef. Grilling, broiling, roasting, or braising are healthier methods than frying. These methods allow excess fat to drain away while preserving the muscle-building nutrients. For seniors who have difficulty chewing, beef can be prepared in forms that are easier to manage. Ground beef from lean cuts can be used in soups, stews, or casseroles. Slow-cooked beef becomes very tender and easy to chew while retaining all its nutritional benefits. The timing of beef consumption can impact its muscle-building benefits. Research suggests that consuming beef after resistance exercise or physical activity maximizes muscle protein synthesis. The combination of high-quality protein and abundant leucine makes beef an ideal post-activity food for muscle recovery and growth. Here's something that makes beef particularly practical for seniors. It can be purchased in bulk when on sale and frozen for later use without significant nutrient loss. Ground beef can be portioned into smaller amounts and frozen individually, making it convenient for seniors cooking for 1 or 2 people. The versatility of beef makes it easy to incorporate into senior-friendly meals. Beef stew with vegetables provides complete nutrition in an easy-to-eat format. Beef and vegetable soup can be made in large batches and frozen in individual portions. Even a simple beef and sweet potato hash provides the perfect combination of protein and carbohydrates for muscle building. Let's address cost concerns, because many seniors on fixed incomes view beef as expensive. While premium cuts can be costly, lean ground beef and certain cuts like chuck roast or round steaks can be quite affordable, especially when purchased in bulk or on sale. When you consider the complete nutritional profile that beef provides, the cost per gram of high-quality protein is competitive with many other protein sources. For seniors concerned about environmental impact or ethical considerations, grass-fed beef from local farms can be a more sustainable option. Grass-fed beef also tends to have a superior nutrient profile, with higher levels of omega-3 fatty acids and antioxidants compared to conventionally raised beef. For seniors who don't eat beef due to various reasons, it's possible to get similar nutrients from other sources, but it requires more planning. Lamb, bison, or other red meats provide similar nutrient profiles. Plant-based sources of iron and zinc require careful combining to achieve adequate absorption. Here's a practical strategy for incorporating beef into a senior-friendly, muscle-building eating pattern. Aim for 3 to 4 ounce servings of lean beef 3 times per week. This provides substantial protein, iron, zinc, and B vitamins without exceeding recommended limits for red meat consumption. Combine beef with the other muscle-building foods we've discussed for maximum benefit. A beef and sweet potato stew with vegetables provides protein, carbohydrates, vitamins, and minerals in one convenient meal. Beef with quinoa and vegetables creates a complete nutritional package that supports every aspect of muscle health. The quality of beef matters. Look for cuts that are bright red in color, well marbled with small amounts of fat and fresh smelling. Avoid beef that looks gray or has an off odor, as this indicates it's past its prime. Storage is crucial for maintaining both safety and nutritional quality. Fresh beef should be used within 3 to 5 days of purchase or frozen for longer storage. When thawing frozen beef, do so in the refrigerator to maintain quality and safety. For maximum muscle-building benefits, beef should be part of a comprehensive approach that includes other high-quality proteins, adequate carbohydrates from sources like sweet potatoes and quinoa, and regular physical activity appropriate for your fitness level. Remember, the goal isn't to eat beef exclusively, but to include it as part of a varied, balanced diet that provides all the nutrients your muscles need to thrive. Beef's unique combination of high-quality protein, iron, zinc, and B vitamins makes it a valuable tool in the fight against sarcopenia and age-related muscle loss. Number 7. Cottage cheese. Our seventh and final muscle-building champion brings us to one of the most underrated and powerful foods for combating sarcopenia, cottage cheese. This humble dairy product has been quietly supporting muscle health for generations, but recent research has revealed just how powerful cottage cheese can be for seniors looking to build and maintain muscle mass. Let's start with what makes cottage cheese truly unique in the world of muscle-building foods. Cottage cheese is primarily composed of casein protein, a slow-digesting protein that provides a steady release of amino acids into your bloodstream for up to 8 hours after consumption. This makes cottage cheese particularly valuable for preventing muscle breakdown during periods when you're not eating, such as overnight. Here's why this matters so much for seniors. As we age, muscle protein breakdown naturally increases, especially during fasting periods like sleep. Your body is constantly breaking down and rebuilding muscle tissue, and if the breakdown exceeds the rebuilding, you lose muscle mass over time. Cottage cheese provides a sustained release of amino acids that helps tip the balance in favor of muscle preservation and growth. A cup of cottage cheese provides approximately 25 grams of high-quality protein, but what makes this protein special is its amino acid composition. Cottage cheese is particularly rich in leucine, providing about 2.7 grams per cup, which exceeds the threshold needed to stimulate muscle protein synthesis. But cottage cheese offers unique benefits beyond just protein. It's one of the richest dietary sources of calcium, providing about 230 milligrams per cup. Calcium isn't just important for bone health, it's also essential for muscle function. Calcium is required for muscle contraction, and without adequate calcium, your muscles cannot function properly. Many seniors are deficient in calcium, especially if they've reduced dairy consumption due to lactose intolerance or other concerns. This deficiency can contribute to muscle weakness and poor coordination. The calcium in cottage cheese is highly bioavailable, meaning your body can readily absorb and use it. The phosphorus content in cottage cheese is equally important for muscle health. Phosphorus works with calcium to support muscle function and is also involved in energy production within muscle cells. A cup of cottage cheese provides about 240 milligrams of phosphorus, which is approximately 35% of daily needs. Cottage cheese also provides significant amounts of vitamin B12, which is essential for nerve function and muscle coordination. B12 deficiency is common in seniors and can cause muscle weakness, fatigue, and coordination problems. The B12 in cottage cheese helps ensure proper communication between your nervous system and your muscles. Here's something that makes cottage cheese particularly valuable for seniors dealing with digestive issues. The protein in cottage cheese is partially pre-digested through the culturing process, making it easier for your body to break down and absorb. This is especially important for seniors who may have reduced stomach acid production or other digestive challenges. The probiotic bacteria in some varieties of cottage cheese provide additional benefits for gut health, which directly impacts nutrient absorption. If your digestive system isn't healthy, you won't get the full benefit of the muscle-building foods you're consuming. The probiotics in cottage cheese help maintain a healthy gut environment that supports optimal nutrient absorption. This is particularly important for seniors because muscle protein breakdown naturally increases during sleep. Consuming cottage cheese before bed provides your muscles with a steady supply of amino acids throughout the night, preventing excessive muscle breakdown and supporting recovery and growth. A simple bedtime snack of half a cup of cottage cheese can provide this overnight muscle protection. You can eat it plain, or mix it with a small amount of fruit or nuts for additional nutrients and flavor. This bedtime protein strategy can significantly impact your muscle-building efforts over time. But cottage cheese isn't just for nighttime consumption. Its high protein content and satisfying nature make it an excellent choice for any meal or snack. The protein in cottage cheese helps you feel full and satisfied, which can prevent overeating and support healthy weight management. For seniors dealing with unintentional weight loss, cottage cheese provides a calorie-dense source of nutrition that's easy to eat and digest. The combination of protein, calcium, and calories can help prevent the muscle and bone loss that often accompanies unwanted weight loss in seniors. Let's address taste and texture concerns, because many people have negative associations with cottage cheese based on past experiences. Modern cottage cheese comes in various textures, from small curd to large curd, and different fat contents to suit individual preferences. If you find the texture of cottage cheese unappealing, there are many ways to incorporate it into foods where the texture is less noticeable. Cottage cheese can be blended into smoothies for extra protein, mixed into pancake or muffin batter, or used as a base for dips and spreads. Here's a senior-friendly preparation that transforms cottage cheese into a delicious, muscle-building meal. Blend cottage cheese with fruit and a small amount of honey or maple syrup to create a protein-rich pudding or parfait. This provides the muscle-building benefits of cottage cheese in a more appealing format. Cottage cheese can also be used in savory applications. It works beautifully mixed with herbs and vegetables as a spread for crackers or vegetables. You can also use it as a filling for omelets or as a topping for baked potatoes, adding extra protein to meals without significantly increasing preparation time. The convenience factor of cottage cheese cannot be overstated. It requires no preparation, no cooking, and has a relatively long shelf life. For seniors dealing with limited energy or mobility, cottage cheese provides maximum nutritional benefit with minimum effort. The affordability of cottage cheese makes it accessible to seniors on fixed incomes. It provides high-quality protein at a fraction of the cost of many other protein sources. When you consider that a single cup provides 25 grams of protein along with calcium, phosphorus, and B vitamins, cottage cheese represents exceptional nutritional value. For seniors with lactose intolerance, cottage cheese may still be tolerable because much of the lactose is removed during the manufacturing process. Additionally, lactose-free varieties of cottage cheese are becoming more widely available, providing the same muscle-building benefits without digestive discomfort. Here's a practical strategy for incorporating cottage cheese into your muscle-building eating plan. Use it as a base for meals and snacks throughout the day. Morning cottage cheese with fruit provides protein to start your day. Afternoon cottage cheese with vegetables offers a satisfying snack. Evening cottage cheese provides overnight muscle protection. The versatility of cottage cheese allows for endless preparation possibilities. You can make cottage cheese pancakes by blending cottage cheese with eggs and a small amount of flour. Create a protein-packed lasagna by using cottage cheese in place of ricotta. Make a quick protein dip by mixing cottage cheese with herbs and spices. For seniors who prefer sweet flavors, cottage cheese pairs beautifully with fruits like berries, peaches, or pineapple. The natural sugars in fruit complement the tangy flavor of cottage cheese while providing antioxidants that support muscle recovery. For those who prefer savory options, cottage cheese works well with vegetables, herbs, and spices. You can create a Mediterranean-style cottage cheese bowl with tomatoes, cucumbers, olives, and herbs, or an Indian-spiced version with curry powder and vegetables. The quality of cottage cheese can vary significantly between brands. Look for varieties with minimal ingredients and no unnecessary additives. Organic cottage cheese from grass-fed cows typically has a superior nutrient profile, including higher levels of beneficial fatty acids. Storage is important for maintaining both quality and safety. Cottage cheese should be kept refrigerated and used within a week of opening. If you notice any off smells, unusual colors, or separation, discard the product to avoid foodborne illness. For maximum muscle-building benefits, aim to include cottage cheese in your diet at least 4 times per week. A half-cup serving provides substantial protein along with calcium and other muscle-supporting nutrients. The slow-release nature of cottage cheese protein makes it particularly valuable for preventing muscle breakdown during fasting periods. Remember, cottage cheese isn't just a protein source. It's a complete muscle-building food that provides protein, calcium, phosphorus, and probiotics in a convenient, affordable package. Its unique slow-release properties make it an ideal complement to the other muscle-building foods we've discussed. As our final food in this muscle-building arsenal, cottage cheese represents the importance of sustained nutrition for muscle health. Building and maintaining muscle isn't just about what you eat during meals. It's about providing your muscles with consistent nutrition throughout the day and night. This video is intended for informational and educational purposes only. It is not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. If you experience any symptoms, discomfort, or health concerns, please consult your doctor or a qualified healthcare provider. Always talk to your doctor before making any changes to your diet, supplements, or lifestyle. Now that we've covered all 7 muscle-building powerhouses, I want to hear from you. Which of these foods surprised you the most? Maybe you had no idea that cottage cheese could be such a muscle-building champion, or perhaps you never realized the anti-inflammatory power of sweet potatoes. Drop a comment below and let me know which food you're most excited to start incorporating into your daily routine. Are you going to try that Greek yogurt parfait for breakfast? Maybe experiment with quinoa as a rice substitute. Your experiences and insights help build our community of seniors who are taking control of their muscle health. If this video has given you hope and practical strategies for rebuilding your strength, please take a moment to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel. We're here to support you with evidence-based information that can genuinely transform your health and quality of life. The 7 foods we've discussed today, Greek yogurt, salmon, eggs, quinoa, sweet potatoes, lean beef, and cottage cheese, aren't just ingredients for meals. They're tools for transformation. They're medicine for your muscles. They're the foundation of a stronger, more independent future. Remember, sarcopenia isn't a sentence, it's a challenge. And challenges are meant to be overcome. You have the knowledge now, you have the tools, you have the power to change your trajectory. Start small. Choose one food from our list and incorporate it into your routine this week. Maybe it's having Greek yogurt with breakfast or adding quinoa to your dinner. Small, consistent actions lead to remarkable transformations over time. Thank you for joining me on this journey towards stronger muscles and a more vibrant life. If you found value in this information, please share it with someone who needs it. Together, we can help seniors everywhere discover that muscle loss isn't inevitable, it's optional. Take care of those muscles, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video where we'll continue building your strongest, healthiest life.